Formula 2 is bursting with talent, the spec series enabling the best junior drivers in the world to show what they're truly capable of. Their talent, of course, does not go unnoticed by the prying eyes of Formula 1 teams. There are so many drivers in F2 with the ability to get where they all want to be, that is, Formula 1. Here are the best F2 racers, most likely to do so in 2022. Starting off the list, we have Théo Pourchaire. Second in the Formula 2 driver standings, Pourchaire has come into his own in his second year in the series and wrapped his arms around 2 winners' trophies so far. You don't need to look too far beyond his successes this season in Formula 2 to find more impressive results. In 2020, he took the title fight in Formula 3 to eventual champion Oscar Piastri, and he finished just 3 points behind the Australian, which is no easy feat considering how impressive Piastri was in F2 last year. But what is it that really makes a driver? Their approach to on-track combat is just as important as their results. In practice, Pourchaire is one of the most charismatic drivers when it comes to wheel-to-wheel racing, showing the aggression and grit that you look for in future F1 champions. Watching him do battle really makes you smile. What really makes him one of the drivers most likely to reach Formula 1, though, is his affiliation with Alfa Romeo through the Sauber Academy. Being picked up by the program in 2019, Pourchaire has got himself a perfect path to a Formula 1 seat, a luxury not everyone in the Formula 2 grid has. He's due to make the step into an Alfa Romeo seat as soon as one becomes vacant. The next F2 racer on our list is Dennis Hauger. 2021 Formula 3 champion and Red Bull Junior, Hauger has hit the ground running in 2022, showing a good pace along the way. He stepped into reigning champions Prema Racing with the task of filling a highly pressurized seat, a job not everyone on this grid would be able to take on successfully. Having scored his first race at Monaco in May, and with momentum on his side, Hauger is turning around his unlucky start to the season and forging a path to Formula 1. Of course, that victory at Monaco put his name firmly on the list of top talents on this year's grid, owing to crashes in the Baku sprint race and off the line in Imola's feature race. His points tally is not representative of his true performance, but his ability to recover from a painful sprint race in Baku and claim victory in the feature race shot him to 5th place at the time. He now occupies 7th in the standings, just 13 points off teammate Jihan Daruwala in 4th. Now, let's talk about Filipe Drugovich. It must be said that this choice is a bit predictable, considering Drugovich's form so far this season, but it's for a good reason. Touted as Brazil's next Formula 1 driver, Drugovich is a free agent as of now, but a free agent with a whole lot of pace, consistency, and fire in his stomach. All aboard the Drago hype train. MP Motorsport picked up a piece of gold for themselves in 2022, as the Brazilian made the switch from UNI Virtuosi for his 3rd season in the series, picking up 4 victories already, including that magical back-to-back sweep at Barcelona. Drugovich is making himself right at home at the top of the standings. He is sitting comfortably ahead of our other F1 pick Pourchaire by 40 points. Even on weekends when he's not at the very top, Drugovich is scoring consistently and isn't fazed by tough races, which are qualities crucial to climbing the motorsport ladder. Next up, Marcus Armstrong. There are few racers in F2 this season as experienced as Marcus Armstrong. Switching to High-Tech Grand Prix for 2022, Marcus Armstrong feels that he's got unfinished business in Formula 2. Took his first win in the penultimate round of 2021 with Dams, but ended the year 13th in the standings with 2 podiums in total and scored 49 points. He stepped up to F2 as the Formula 3 vice champion and scored podiums in his first 2 rounds with ART Grand Prix. However, he would only manage 4 more top 10 finishes with the French team before switching to Dams for 2021. The 21-year-old driver has been racing in F2 since 2020. He has boasted a total of 3 wins with 7 podium finishes. So, if Armstrong can hold on to 11th place, this will be a career year for the driver. With a 30-point lead over the driver in 13th place, it shouldn't be a challenge for Armstrong to hold his position. Next is Liam Lawson. Only showed his potential on a handful of occasions in F2 last season, but he was as quick as anyone on his day. He won the opening race of the season and took 2 further podiums to finish his rookie season in 9th with High-Tech Grand Prix. The Red Bull Junior switched to Carlin for his sophomore year, dovetailed his F2 season with a campaign in DTM, where he outperformed more experienced rivals and finished as career runner-up. In total, the young champion has 4 years of European single-seater racing under his belt, making a move from New Zealand in 2018, where he won the 2017 NZ F1600 Championship title, finishing the year as vice champion in ADAC F4. Lawson made the jump into Formula 3 and took 2 podiums with MP Motorsport. In the same year, Lawson finished 2nd in Euroformula Open and won the Toyota Racing Series. Switching to High-Tech for his 2nd season in F3, Lawson won 3 times and notched 6 podiums as he finished 5th. He is currently sitting at the 8th spot on the leaderboards by a mere 2 points. With a small gap, Lawson will have to keep showing out if he wants to finish in the top 5. Lawson did secure 9 points during the race weekend in Budapest, something he will continue to have to do. The next champion we will be talking about is Ayumu Iwasa, a Red Bull Junior and Honda Formula Dream project driver. Ayumu Iwasa's career has been on the ascendancy ever since winning the French Formula 4 title in his first season of European racing, achieved in 2020. Iwasa was to race in the second tier less than 2 years later. The Japanese driver made the step up on the back of a solid rookie campaign in F3 with High-Tech Grand Prix the following year. Iwasa finished 12th in the Drivers' Championship with 2 podiums, racing alongside 2022 teammate Roy Nissany and including a victory at Budapest. The F2 champion has made a name for himself in his first F2 season. Iwasa won a feature race in France earlier this month and has finished on the podium a total of 4 times. His most recent podium finish came when he placed 3rd in Budapest, with the gap between 5th and 10th so close. It's hard to tell where Iwasa may finish, but this season has been a huge jumping off point for the young racer. Now, Frederik Vesti. Frederik spent 3 years convincing the Mercedes Driver Academy to sign him and rewarded them with a title challenge in Formula 3, finishing 4th in Arc Grand Prix. Earning promotion with the French team, Vesti is the first Mercedes Junior to compete in Formula 2 since George Russell in 2018. Marking his single-seater debut in Formula 4 Denmark in 2016, Vesti finished as Danish F4 vice champion the following season. The champ's breakthrough season came back in 2019, when he won the Formula Regional European title with a remarkable 20 podiums from 24 races, including 13 wins. Frederik was recruited by the Mercedes Young Driver program ahead of the 2021 campaign, after finishing his rookie season of F3 with Prima in 4th. Switching to Art, Vesti won once and took a further 4 podiums. He is also one of the youngest racers this season, standing at 20 years old. The young Danish racer has shown incredible skill in just his first season and can still move into the top 5 with a solid finish in the last few races. Our next champ here is Logan Sargent. Williams' newest junior driver made a step up to Formula 2 with Carlin after 3 years in Formula 3, reuniting with the team he drove for in his rookie year of F3. Logan Sargent gained his first experience of F2 in the penultimate round of the 2021 season in Jeddah with HWA Race Lab, securing 16th and 14th place finishes. He led Haru's racing system to their best ever points tally in F3 last year, claiming 3 podiums and a win in the season finale at Sochi. The Florida-born American was a title contender in 2020 with Prima Racing, finishing 3rd overall with 6 podiums and 1 win. In addition, Logan Sargent has made a name for himself this season. The 21-year-old American sits at 3rd in the rankings with a sizable lead over 4th. He recently won back-to-back featured races in England and Austria. This season has been a huge learning experience for Sargent. I expect him to keep getting better as he continues to evolve his racing skills. That's all for this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to help us provide you with more content like this. See you in the next video. Good luck!